Chapter 1. My first experiences of collusion. Birth. I was born girl in November in the 1960s, the last of 3 siblings, an unexpected surprise. I was fed, given books, dressed in a hurry with the leftovers of others, but not really loved. Like many parents on their way through life, carrying a child is heavy, and giving them what is really essential, i.e. time, importance and true love, is rare. So I grew up with this emptiness that gradually grew like a chasm. My parents were fond of old stones, Norman cupboards, and oriental rugs. I dreamed of living on the floor with little or nothing. After school, I often went to Pier Import in the city, where I traveled through the shelves dedicated to India and China. And I would dream, I felt at home. One day I bought a small packet of spiritual sky incense. Back home, I negotiated to have a coffee table next to my bed on which I burned one of those incense sticks every day. A fad, my mother said, it will pass. Then one day my father came into my room, saw the incense burning, opened the window and told me sternly, "Please put that out, it's not good for your health." He was certainly driven by the trauma that tuberculosis had left him and his siblings when they were young, but I could already feel at that moment, without understanding, a dull threat behind his words, like a sign announcing our future confrontations. His tone was disproportionate, unusual, as he was usually rather liberal, as if he had suddenly and simultaneously become aware of and then allergic to this difference that he would be unable to integrate and accept all his life. I tried every day to imagine mentally what my room would be like without that huge wardrobe and that huge desk that killed the whole room. One morning I was drawn to the strange signs on the rim of this incense packet, which ran along the edge like a dancing frieze. I picked it up and read it aloud like a treasure map, turning it around. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I went around the package while reading this mantra. And that was it. This was my first introduction to the Maha Mantra, which a few years later would become my common thread, pilgrim's staff, my guard, my companion, my life force, my everything. But for the time being I was 12 years old and in the 5th grade. It must be said that since I entered secondary school 3 questions had been nagging at me. So much so that I had put them up on the walls of my room like a linear frieze, the first sign of awakening and symbol of my journey of incarnation. Who am I? Where do I come from? And where am I going? Unfortunately, these questions had not challenged anyone, and neither my parents nor the school were able to answer them. When I entered the 6th grade, the main teacher had a strange look in his eyes when he read my form, which included this question among others. What do you want to be later? To which I replied, myself. The teacher had asked whose card it was, and when I raised my finger, I saw a sudden depth in his silent gaze that I interpreted as approval.